What up, everybody? It's your boy CG, back at you guys again with more crypto news and information. Now, if you guys could do me a favor before I get into today's topic, hit that like button. It's the easiest way for you to show your support. It takes less than a second, and it puts me on the good side of the YouTube algorithm, so my video starts to show up on more more thumbnails on the side of other people's videos as a recommended video. Now, today's topic is actually not necessarily crypto news. It's more along the lines of things that are relevant to all of us as people who may be living in the United States. I know I have a portion of people who subscribe to me who aren't in the US. I understand this video is probably not for you, so you can go ahead and skip this because it may not have any bearings on your life. But for those of you who are in the US, this actually is going to be discussing the stimulus bills that are on the floor right now from both Democrats and Republicans and what they are essentially. And the reason I like talking about this is because us as Americans, we need to be aware of these things. You guys may take these stimulus checks and invest in yourself, invest in other people, or just take care of your daily necessities. But let's get into it. So I'm going to get straight to the nitty gritty. The first bill I actually think has the most chance of passing, which is the Democrat Heroes Act, which is basically the same thing that they did with the first stimulus check. It's going to be a $1,200 stimulus check with $500 for each of your dependents. And it's essentially the same thing. I feel like this definitely, if anything, is going to go through. Although I do like the suggestions in some of the other bills, regardless of the fact that they're spending a lot of money. I mean, if you're going to spend all this money, you might as well put your citizens first because we are the economy. We are what makes things happen here. It's not the politicians who sit in the chairs and write long pieces of paper. It's us who go out there and do the nitty gritty and do the hard work. So that's the first one. It was introduced by House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. The next one is the Emergency Money for the People Act. This proposition, introduced by Republican Tim Ryan and Miss Ro Khanna, with even more Democrat sponsors, aims to give Americans 16 years and older a $2,000 stimulus check each month for the next 6, maybe up to a year possibly. It will also provide $500 per dependent child, up to 3, with dependent children over 17 qualifying. So basically, you can get $500 even if your kids are above 17, as long as they're still dependent upon you. Up to 3 of them, though. So this is actually pretty cool. I like this idea. I actually think we had something similar to this in the last video I was talking about. I think it was from Miss Ilhan. It was somebody. It was some lady. And this one, I don't know if it's fleshed out the same way as far as who gets the money, but I do like this because, like I said, as Americans, we do live in an economy or a country where things are a little bit more expensive than other places, and we do need a bit more money than other places to keep up with our daily lives, especially people with kids. So this is an interesting one. I actually like this one, to be real, because it's more money in our pockets, more money for us to take care of ourselves and to put the money where it needs to go properly. All right. The next one is the Sherrod Brown's plan. It's another Democrat proposal. It calls for $2,000 paid out quarterly. So every 3 months, Americans would receive around $2,000 as opposed to it being monthly. Um, he would. This goes on to say about different bills that he may have proposed in the month of March, but we're just going to be talking about this one in May. This is the Sherrod Brown's plan. This is interesting. I mean, it would be less money spent, but to be honest with you, $2,000 quarterly is ridiculous if you guys think about it. So basically, fleshed out over 3 months, that's around what, $699, around $700, close to $700 a month quarterly. Nah, I don't think that's going to go through. We've already talked about this one, the Rent and Mortgage Cancellation Act, getting America back to work. I believe we touched on this one, but to be honest with you, I do not see this one really favoring the people because a lot of people are without work and are having extremely hard times getting back into work, into the working environment or the working sector. The next one they have is a stimulus loan of $5,000 idea. I guess this one hasn't really been I guess, put on paper for real. I guess it's just been talked about, but essentially it calls for individuals to be able to receive a 5K loan, which will be repaid from their retirement benefits in the future. No, it's not gonna go through. It shouldn't be repaid. I mean, unless it's like you're putting it or spending the money on things that don't qualify as daily necessities or needs to continue living. Yeah, but I honestly feel like this should just be, on top of being interest free, it should be forgiven. It should just be a loan, as long as it's spent on the things that it should be spent on. But yeah, everybody, this has been your boy CG. I just wanted to do a quick video for you guys today discussing these things. Like, there's some stuff going on in the crypto market. I talked about it yesterday. Hit yesterday's video. Extremely big news as far as what's going on in the space and the um the evolution of legislation around cryptocurrency companies and them becoming regulated entities inside the United States. Really interesting. You guys go check out yesterday's video. You guys really gonna like it. If you weren't convinced before about crypto, this may very well convince you to get into the market. Well, this has been your boy CG, everybody. Have a great day. Stay safe. Peace. I'm out.